This is the furthest I've walked in 21 years.
Is it?
From there to here, so far, aye. Every step's a new record.
21 years ago, Kenny Richey was sentenced to death in Ohio for the murder of a 2-year-old girl in a house fire. The prosecution claimed he'd agreed to babysit Cynthia Collins, but instead set fire to the apartment where the child was sleeping. Throughout his decades on death row, on one occasion just an hour from the electric chair, he's always maintained his innocence. This week, he finally won his freedom.
Do you feel bitter?
Well, of course, everybody feels bitter. You know, they've been locked up for 21 years for a crime they didn't do. It's a living nightmare. You're constantly locked up. You know, you're on your own. You can't go anywhere. Can't do anything. You get up when they tell you, eat when they tell you, go to sleep when they tell you. You can't get out and get enough exercise.
How did the guards treat you?
The guards like to play head games. Anything they could do to mess with your mind, they did. They'd lose your mail. When we were at Lucasville, we had guards that used to walk by the cells with his nightstick and just all the way down each range. Everybody was asleep was woken up. Do that on the hour, every hour. At Mansfield, they would come in with a wee flashlight, their torch, and shine it in your eyes and, until you woke up, you know. If your head was covered and they couldn't see anything in you, they'd bang on your door until you moved and they said, just checking.
Were you ever worried about your physical safety?
I wasn't really worried about my physical safety until they beat the hell out of me.
Did they?
And the guards did, aye. During a riot we had in my block. And the guards, when they come in with their shotguns. They were aiming to kill everybody. But we'd already locked ourselves in ourselves. They pumped 11 canisters of tear gas in our cell alone. And they were hoping to force everybody out into the open again so that they'd shoot us. But because we had locked the door, we couldn't get out. So it saved our lives. And that angered them even more. So when they opened the cells up, they come in and beat us up, beat the crap out of us. I had one idiot sit on top of me and spray a whole canister of mace in my eyes, burnt my face.
Did you used to think back to the trial?
Oh, all the time.
What did you think about it?
That it was a farce. Complete farce.
Because?
Because a lot of the witnesses just got on the stand and lied through their teeth. The prosecution knew I was innocent, but they didn't care. They still prosecuted me. They went ahead. They wanted a conviction so bad they didn't care.
How did you feel when they said guilty and you knew that that would mean the death penalty?
I felt angry, you know.
You were very angry towards the prosecutor, weren't you?
Oh, I hate the man with a vengeance.
Didn't you say that you were going to cut his throat?
Oh, that I did.
Do you regret saying that?
I don't really regret saying it. I just said it in a fit of anger.
Didn't help your case?
No, it didn't. It hurt. All the threats I made against him hurt. That's why they were so scared to let me out.
How do you feel about that little girl dying?
I feel devastated. If I hadn't been drinking that night, I would have gone up there. Because I didn't, in a way I feel kind of responsible that we'd been died.
Her aunt, when you were in court, said,
I want you to know you fooled nobody. Not me, not that baby, not any of these people. You will burn in hell.
She'll be burning there first. Long before I ever will. I've done nothing to burn in hell for. As far as it being in hell, there is no hell anyway. This is hell. I've had my years in hell, 21 of them. Can't get any worse.
Can you take us back to 1994? And on that occasion, I believe, you were just an hour from the electric chair, and they'd shaved your head, and you'd spoken to your mother. What do you remember about that day?
It's not as drastic as you think it was. And true, I came within an hour execution, but it wasn't going to happen. I knew a stay would happen. My appeals were still pending. I couldn't execute him, but with my appeals still pending.
What are you going to do now you're back in Scotland?
Try and get back to living. I've had my time of dying. Spent 21 years dying.